Hey, good morning, everybody. A good friend of BT, a good friend of mine as well. Pei Chen's here, lifestyle expert. You love to bake. You love to do so many different things. So now we're going to take the world of, I guess, lemon pie and put a twist on it.
Yeah, and this is working with the Dr. Utker Sheriff Lemon Pie Filling, and this to me is like a classic from my childhood. I'm not sure if you remember it as a kid. Like the nice lemon meringue pie with a huge mound of meringue. Well, there's multiple ways to use it. So another product that I used was their pie crust mix. So it just makes life a little bit easier, right? Because you want to save on time.
I like easy.
Spend more time with your friends and family when you're entertaining.
And make me look good and cool.
Well, exactly. And you do with this jacket because we've already been admiring it.
Thank you.
So if you, let's say you're entertaining and you maybe don't need a full pie, or you want to do something a little bit different, you can make these little mini lemon meringue tarts.
Oh, nice.
So I like this because you might be entertaining just a smaller group, in which case you could just make up a few. It's also great for entertaining. People like having sort of their own personalized item. So again, using the pie crust, which is really easy, roll it out, and then I used a muffin tin, right? So it would just look like this, and super easy, couple of minutes in the oven, and then I filled it with the lemon pie filling, and then a little bit of the meringue on top in the oven for a couple of minutes to brown up. Easy.
So
right?
what's prep time? What would you say you have to invest in that?
You know what? After you make the filling probably takes the longest time on the stove, and that is maybe 10 minutes. And then after that in the oven for a little bit. So this I love because this is a great way to use up your leftover pie dough. So let's say, you know, even if you're making a full pie, sometimes you have those scraps on the end. Don't throw those out. Roll them out, and then you can actually fill it with whatever you like. So I've used some more of the lemon pie filling because I had the leftovers, but you could fill it with chocolate chips, you could fill it with peanut butter, jam, whatever you like in there. Make up a variety, and it just looks really fancy because it's like a little homemade pastry tart. You could do like really different kinds for breakfast, a little bit of icing on top, a little bit of colored sugar.
And to do that technique, that's just your fork that you're using for the technique.
Yes, exactly. So you want to seal it really well. But this is the kind of thing that when you tell someone, you're like, oh, I made these pastries. They think you spent all this time in the kitchen, but you didn't. You're like, nope, I just used the mix.
You bought it. For me, they actually think that I just bought it.
They're like, you bought that on sale. Like, no, it actually came from my oven. Another idea that I like to for using up the pie filling, so just a couple of different ways to use it, is to do cake in jars. So this is really great for parties.
Great for kids. It'd be fun
great for kids because you could also set up a little like a little cake jar table where people can put in their sprinkles. I've got coconut here. I like that combination. Yep, you know, nuts, toppings, whatever you like. It's also great as a takeaway. So I've been seeing this a lot more at bridal showers, weddings, where people kind of give you a little takeaway souvenir. So it's a nice thing too. And if you want, you know, if you're feeling a little bit fancy for your desk lunch, a little fancy that day, and you want a little cake, then you can have that with your lemon pie. And also, you know what, for Thanksgiving, if you're thinking of different options for a big dessert bar, you can always consider some lemon to mix it up in there. And
mason jars are so hip right now. It seems like everybody, from salads in a mason jar to cakes in a mason jar,
lemon cake
to drinks in a mason jar.
It's the coolest thing now.
Awesome. So out of yours, which is your favorite?
You know what? I think I do have to gravitate because I love lemon. So I love that after a meal, and a little bite of something sweet and citrusy is, I think that's my favorite. So I love being able to serve a little mini tart there.
And you promise this is easy for me.
I promise it is so easy for you.
Okay, so let's take a look what we got. We got a giveaway as well. BT and Sheriff wants you to discover more uncomplicated fan tools and accessories, including assorted Sheriff by Dr. Utker products. Head to breakfasttelevision.ca and enter through daily prizing. Nothing like lemon.
No, it's great. You want a breakfast pastry?
Yeah, let's do this.
It's time.
Let's do this.
Okay,
well, as we eat, we're going to come back after the break. We'll give you updates on weather, traffic, of course, and the latest in news.